Yes.
kids, and I'm going to start with one.
Okay.
And that is, can you talk a little bit, I can't, maybe it's the teacher in me, I can't help but notice how you hold your bow. So, can you talk to them about how you're so flexible and how you work on that? Because you guys all notice how flexible he is to play that fast, and flexibility is something we're all working on. Can you give them some ideas on that?
Shake out your wrist. Well, I developed when I was a kid. I don't know why I wanted to do this, but I did, and I guess it worked. When I was 11 years old, I developed this little training mechanism where I did it 5 minutes a day. I invented this. I was a very creative little guy. So I invented this training mechanism for 5 minutes a day. I would do this wrist exercise. And so if you want to, I mean, I don't know if it works. This is not scientific. I'm the only one that, that did this, I think. So I did, what I did was, I would hold my wrist, I would hold the violin. It's actually good for several different reasons. So it helps you to hold the violin up with no hand. And you come down here and you grab your wrist. So then you hold it stationary. And you practice toggling. Go back and forth. So up, down, like down. And then up. Both ways. Okay? So what that did over a period of months is that it strengthened the muscles in my wrist to take more control. So it's actually reverse of what it looks like. It looks like I have this really, actually someone in the orchestra mentioned I don't have any bones, but what it did was it actually strengthened the wrist muscles, so I didn't have to use my arm as much. And then so for some of the real fast passage work, I could rely on my wrist more to grab them, because without doing something like that, I didn't have the wrist doesn't have the strength. If you would take most violin students and you say, okay, no arm, just play with your wrist, the bow would just be flopping all over the place. So it was actually increasing the strength of the wrist, and therefore I have this what looks and appears to be a very flexible motion, but it was caused through this training.